Still in 2024. Y ese tipo, una vergüenza. ¡Qué asco! ¡Oh! Ew, there's many people in Aguada, Puerto Rico. They have immunity to kill David Ledesma for raping me, for raping their daughters, for raping their sons. Ew. They're so gross. You can decapitate. They have me so desperate for sons. They rape me to steal my money and get in the way of mercy money. You can decapitate David Ledesma that stays in my homes without my permission. I've never been able to stay there and I'm with my man. David Ledesma steals my vehicle, steals my money, gets in the way of me receiving money. Da un asco, gente, son una basura. Son una asquerosidad. In the meantime, I want tacos and not more money. Anyways, I'm waiting for the bus. I'm heading over to Central Market. They want to turn me into an illegal prostitute, those leeches. They think that I'm like, in the West Side, I only West Side. And then I die in the West Side, I guess. They're disgusting! They're like, if we could just contain her to Aguada, Puerto Rico, she would never be leaving our dicks, right, guys? Right, guys? Four people are watching, 3 are like this one. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that raped me, steal my money, and get in the way of me receiving money. I think their names are Andrew, Basura, Querosida, Albert, Leach, Alex, Theo. They've been raping for more than 30 years. They stole my money in my bedroom to date them decades ago. They get in the way of me receiving money. They steal my homes. They steal my vehicles. So girls trying to rape me, trying to get ahead of me in dating, trying to get in the way of my reproductive rights. They're so gross. They're an embarrassment. I want Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money to kill themselves today. I want David Ledesma to kill himself today. What else? I'm so bored. Yo me imagino que Gina Gendar is having so much fun with them privately, possibly. And they're like, pero baby, I thought you loved me. And they go on to say que baby ni baby, si yo te lo digo, ¿cuánto me van a pagar por hacerme pasar por Arlene? ¿Cómo que baby? Ew, they're so embarrassing. They're so embarrassing. She went on to have 2 kids to pretend that they're all the baby daddy of my kids. Ew. They're stupid. They're bigots, so they end up getting seduced literally by La Leach, que says, whatever, I'll have kids. And you all can pretend that there are kids with me. Taisha and Jordan are my babies. You can decapitate Ramirez if he stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, steals my money from. I haven't been able to stay in my home. It has been more than 20 years. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. You can decapitate me. How many sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of my receiving? They still think that I'm gonna take them out on a date. They're stupid. They're stupid. Ew. They wasted so much of my parents' time too. With how stupid they are. Well, I want tacos. I don't like it. What else? I'm bored. What else? What else? Is dating, is dating or Lonnie being pressured by David and Isma where your mother didn't want a long-term relationship with me? Please marry me. Este tipo es un puerco, no va a ser. You can decapitate David Ledesma. What else? What else? You can decapitate Ginny Gendaliri Suárez, que es una basura, una asquerosidad. Todavía yo no me he podido quedar en mi casa porque ella no se va de mi casa. Ew. She's so disgusting. She stays in my home, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money, and steals my money. So I can't stay with my man in my home. So I can stay with my kids in my home that's meant for me, Jada and Kaylani. So they basically went on and take Tyson and Jordan there and be like, ew. My dad gave them the keys to my home so that they wouldn't be like, ama de llave-ish. Y tratar de darle responsabilidad. Hijito, like, dame la llave a mí, dame mi dinero a mí. He's like, I'm gonna do a test here. I'm like, no, with my homes. He's like, you're gonna be fine. I'm like, no, with my homes. So él fue y le dio la llave. And then instead of being like, no, ya parió antes de que para. Déjame darle la llave a ella de la casa. They went on to say my homes without my permission, most likely. Possibly even the home that I have that's just for myself, Jada and Kaylani. Possibly just Edgar's home, if he doesn't have the key to it. Okay, Edgar and I worked on a project together to raise funds for a home just for Edgar, a home just for me, and a home for myself, Jada and Kaylani. What else? What else? You can decapitate David Ledesma, que es un asqueroso. You can decapitate Jorge Avilés. You can decapitate Ginny Gendaliri Lorenzo Suárez. You can decapitate a Marilisa Chavarria González. You can decapitate Sarah Francis. ¿De dónde ellos consiguen tanta leche que se vas a pasar por mi phone? You can decapitate Lisa Inales. You can decapitate Licea. You can decapitate Wanda Lorenzo. You can decapitate Benjamin Suárez Lorenzo Sons and rape me to steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. You can decapitate Claudia Gabriela Martinez Urias. You can decapitate Mariana Daza. You can decapitate Julie Harper. You're the bullied me through Facebook in 2020. You can decapitate Sonia Chapman. You can decapitate Erika Gardafi. You can decapitate Donald Briggs. You can decapitate Santa Stanley. You can decapitate Benjamin Saunders Sons and rape me and steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. Those leeches wanted to celebrate an anniversary with me. I'm like, no. Ew, they wanted to celebrate raping me. Full. I did say to them, if you want to ask me on a date, I'm open to that possibility. That was decades ago. Aker knows that I'm in an open relationship with him, so they could have contacted me directly at any time, and Aker respects that. And they didn't fall in one time. They're like, no, 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 we're not gonna do that. You're not dating material to me. I'm like, I know, that's why I say that too. It's like I'm just open to the possibility of dating someone and not being mistreated like you raped me. You and I are incompatible. I'm not asking you to date me or begging you to date me. I'm just saying for you to have had a relationship with me or even one night stand with all the abuse that you put me through, you'd have to take me on a date. As like, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done. For me to like cool off the hate that I have towards you already during dinner, 1 hour is just enough. Back then, no tiene remedio. Pero back then, I'm like, in 1 hour se me quita el enojo que tengo towards him abusing me, possibly. He wants to belittle me and make me feel as if I'm less than him, so he wants to rape me. And then brag and discard me like a narcissist. Yes. I want braids. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I want tacos. I don't have money. Oh. So I'm heading over to Central Market with my food stamps. We have pizza, most like your soup and or soup. When shall I leave if my bus pass expires at 10? I want a grilled cheese sandwich, and I don't have electricity in my apartment. I'm tagging the FBI in this post. NATO, Interpol, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department of the United States, the International Criminal Court, the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Marines. I'm trying to coordinate a life-killing death penalty for thousands of people that steal from me, that get in the way of me receiving money, that have caused my starvation for more than 30 years. What else? 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 In the meantime, when I'm financially stable, I plan to travel the planet, meet people ideally 40 hours. Excited about that. What else? My dad said to me decades ago, you'd have to have like a ton of records and history to plea and get away with a court being like so excited that they'll grant you thousands of people to get the death penalty at once and put in the work. Because essentially they're still putting in the work. When they receive a phone call, they're like, "Leached over, Arlene." That's the hassle to them. So it's like during those minutes, my dad said, those minutes that it took for them to answer a phone call. And they have proven everything. They could have just killed the leech immediately that day, and they don't. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What record did I break just most recently? Spending in the United States in the trillions. What? Oh, because people need to have like a lot of self-care. People are strong. We're gonna no one besides is that the plaintiffs go on to comment towards me. So even in court, they would have been like this to me. Basically, that's what it shows. Or even in court, they'll be doing that to me, mocking me. Oh. Ya se lo imagina llegando en Cadillacs, en trench coat en pleno verano, un día en traje de baño para que lo boten. They're so disgusting, and all with money that they steal from me. And they're like, oh, momento Arlene no tiene ni dinero para zapatos. Lo que la corte se decide matarme. Yo le sigo robando a Arlene, okay? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So are they the plaintiffs? I think that's the name. What else? What else? What else? If anything, this is a public shaming, according to Arlene Lorenzo, towards the people that steal from me and get in the way of receiving money. Que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso and steal my vehicles. They were terrorizing the elders. It's like Arlene, David Ledesma, a mi novio antes de que Andrew te robara tu dinero para date you, and ahora they're all like scheming. How can we rape Arlene? How can we rape Arlene? How? And I'm disgusted of having that dick in me, el de Andrew y el David, where I'm like, ew, they're raping me. Now they're on each other after. It's like, how can we rape Arlene? How can we rape Arlene? Ew, 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 ew. Ew. Esos Lorenzo had the same complaint. Ew. What else? You can decapitate Ledesma. You can decapitate Garcia. You can decapitate Benjamin Soros and his sons that rape me and steal my money and get in the way of mercy. I think it's Andrew, Albert Leach, Alex Basura, Kerosida, 9 years younger than me, maybe stealing from me. What else? In the meantime, Miss Data Miskinani. I miss Data Miskinani. One person's watching to like this. What else? I miss my Bowflex weights. I wonder where they are. If those harassers went on to get my belongings from me by causing my poverty, my homelessness, and then tracking who bought the pieces or paying in advance someone to buy the pieces. They're like, just be the highest bidder with their money. What else? And they're like, here with her Bowflex weights. Here, kitty. Here, kitty. Tiene mi Corolla también y lo maneja en Puerto Rico. Fue a Yolanda, le hicieron eso, que asco. Some of his relatives are them. Y Yolanda llegó a Puerto Rico buscando su dinero. I'm like, no, I have like a taco truck that I need to try. I have to shop at Chick. What else do I want to do? What is there? La cantera? There's mango now, la cantera. So I have no rush to head over to Puerto Rico. What else? There's Trader Joe's here. What else? Yeah, yo con mi wolf felt all my sheets. Possibly all my ribbons. Se lo ponen en la cabeza, se hicieron coronitas. They're stupid. Something so simple as do not steal, especially versus over value is the mouth. Vehicles. Homes, money, especially leaving me starving too of food and homeless. Ew, they're just jealous of me. I was like, for real. They're just jealous of me. Like when I say that they're just jealous of me, they are jealous of me. Is this 75? Where's my best bus? Oh, that's 76. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? When does it get here soon? Oh, in 2 minutes. What else? What else? What else? My vehicle. El tipo es un puerco, una basura, una asquerosidad. Ew. He went to traffic people that he possibly raped or let himself get raped by. I suffer from amnesia, so I went on to let them in my home thinking, come, I'll feed you while I think why it is that I need to kill you in self-defense, and hopefully I kill you tonight. So if you leave my home, you're leaving it in a body bag. Ideally tonight. So privately he wants to mock me and be like, diablo, todo ese tiempo que tú estuviste con esa gente, tú pudiste haber estado conmigo. No, tipo pendejo. Si tú hubieses querido estar conmigo, tú hubieses estado conmigo y ya. He does the whole pony and rodeo show and of what's wrong. It's so embarrassing. I don't ever want to take that out as a +1. I hope it doesn't go online so people say it's married to me. That's a leech. The relationship materialized only for him and not me because he steals from me. And then he's a porn addict, he's a sex addict, a drug addict, trying to kill me because he can't get me to his level of joining him in with the drugs and the porn and letting females rape me. What else? What else? What else? What else? So back to this. My dad said to me decades ago that ideally I'd have to have a lot of records. And do I pitch for that? I'm amazing. Not only supposedly my heritage, but my demeanor too, and my beliefs in equality and in kindness. That I lobbied for for me to achieve like a lot of records in history. And my dad said that gets me a lot closer for people to overlook. There's thousands of people that the FBI would have to kill all at once. And it hasn't been done. Possibly by Interpol, they get arrested. Pero not death penalty. So, when people see in the grand scheme of things that so many people shot last year, that there were more. What other records have I issued? Barnes and Nobles, digital books selling now, or like the apps being really busy. Suicides went up for a while too. That may have been people that steal from me and I don't even know them. What else? Apartment buildings being built like at historic rates. Union Pacific having like a surge. What else? 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 What else has risen? Besides, did Jesus take our lives? Very private guy. People say, what else? I can't remember well the life. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm Molly. A lot of people. To get to the fountain. I'm getting my response on my phone. Botanic garden looks weird. And a nice item too. I miss my roommate. I want to live at 300 Main, which I think Colony or Lars residences. The Thompson Hotel. Our house, 7600 Broadway, the floodgate. Oh, just give me money today. You give me money in person through PayPal. It's a sky, Sunday. Straight to my army. Anyways, saiu um menor el trompo este en the guy. He went on to steal my money to date him. And he's like, I'm a man. So he would be buying heels for stripper, legal prostitutes that would model them for him and then rape him. And people are like, nene, no se te olvidó que con dinero para de Arlene le pudiste haber comprado una chiringa o al trompo, tic-tac-toe con ella. Decades ago. He's a sex rapist. What are those? Central Market to get a crown furnace. I'm bored. Anyways, so you can take out Dad doesn't know how to be a woman. She's so gross. She doesn't even know what being a wife is. Yeah, she stays in my home with my man without having permission to stay in my home. She drives my vehicles without my permission. She steals my money so I can't be with my man. She gets in the way of me seeing money so I can't be with my man. Ew. My man is dumb. Minorita asqueroso. So I'm seeking the penalty for him not being a man. I know it's a separate issue. What else? I'm so bored.
Get there with care. Don't chase the bus.
I'm gonna shop there for
Llegue a donde tenga que ir con cuidado. No puedo
Two people watch it for like dispose. I would have cooked food for myself today. What else? What? I'm so bored. 5 people watching for like dispose. What else? What is there that I don't? Él es tan bruto, tan asqueroso. He read an article I posted on Facebook today where he I probably no longer have people sleeping on the floor in mattresses, even though that means they'll have to turn people away. El tipo es un bruto, un cuero asqueroso. It's like, how long is it gonna take for him to give me my money back? He steals from me and gets to know I receive money so I can't even sue him. It's disgusting. I'm talking to this post nigga Interpol U.S. Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department in the United States, the International Criminal Court, maybe the U.S. Army, maybe the U.S. Maybe the U.S. Coast Guard. Ethan, the competition between service signs that rate me to send my money. Sometimes the amount of jobs that are created are based on the needs of how many people need to be out on the streets. So that's also why you shouldn't be so focused on numbers of the unemployment is at what rate. What else? Because there's a few people like myself and a few relatives that we have stalkers. And we don't want to be, or we haven't had the chance. We don't want to be confined to just the equivalent of 4 doors and only order online, having everything delivered, like being like, what else? So there's sometimes the need to there to be like a lot of people in between one stalker, whether one is 5 foot or in a vehicle or even in a home. That subdivision that opened and in turn it was like, I need here, kitty, buy a home here. If you head over to the other place that you possibly had in mind, you're gonna run into that stalker way too much. And sadly, in my case, the stalkers are my family of origin for the most part. Their relatives, colleagues, and neighbors. They acquire worshippers of my vagina. They're so like groupies. My siblings, instead of shopping trips after getting to stop shopping for them when I was 8, went on to acquire groupies and be like, I hate your mother too. Oh. My siblings are so low, like nobody does. They just needed to understand that Gladiator as extremely abused. After becoming an orphan and taking her out shopping, they were already of age to do that. Instead, they said to me, if I take Gladiator's out to dinner shopping, I'd have to fuck her. They're sex addicts, they're so ew, so they feel delicious. Oh, I should be that kid that shouldn't have ever attended school. I was homeschooled. I was enrolled in school in boarding, so I needed to be homeschooled. My parents were supposed to buy Yolanda Suarez to enroll me in school as a way to rehabilitate her nephews y que my husband's, eso no me respeta nunca. And because he knows I can be life coach material, tampoco no me respeta. Even though I'm not trying to be life coach material. Does he dance? Por todas las veces que no me clavó. Tipo se da so sad to watch. El nene está lindo bailando, and they're like, ¿qué es eso? Alguien no se duda, no son hombre, no. To have sex with Arlene. Y bailan tan lindo. Ew. And then they're leeches that steal my money, get in the way of me receiving money, stay in my homes and get in the way of me receiving money and steal my vehicles because they're like, y si él tiene relaciones sexuales con alguien, deja de bailar así, deja de invitarme a bailar. Oh, ellos se cree que era un muñeco de trapo para ellas utilizarlo. Damos más cuando se respete y me trata a mí bien mal, por eso yo no le hablo. Él quiere que yo tenga esa entelasma para que si ni y no se sienta más fea que yo. Una leash, una straggler que I don't even know. A relative of my dog. That's all she is to me. Ella es una menorita asquerosa. Una basura, una asquerosidad. Que se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso. Me roba mi dinero, me roba mis vehículos. And gets in the way of me receiving money. Una tipa tan puerca. What else? I'm so bored. I'm so Anyways, I'm heading over to Central Market to eat pizza and put some holding it and it bounces on Andre's dick constantly and says, how can she be any better than me if she isn't me? I'm me. And she steals from me. Yeah. And terrorizes people and takes people hostage. Not even me dying, with me dying, she's gonna be better than me. I want Ginny Janelle to kill herself today. It's April 26, 2025. Lady Tashna and Georgia have immunity to kill Ginny Janelle. What else? Tashna and Georgia are babies. Oh, praise all the children. Oh, they may speak very highly of themselves in that respect. I've been around them when they were little. But I'm not like, oh. Ella quiere literalmente mamarme la tota todos los días para saber que yo soy mujer. Es un asco.
Older adults and persons with disability who require special accommodations may exit through the front door. Los adultos mayores y las personas con una discapacidad que requieren acomodaciones especiales pueden salir a través de la puerta principal.
You can decapitate anyways, stop that. Oh, stop never. I could be eating a fat head if I knew. What else? Whatever the Cheesecake Factory. Or I. What a marriage there. What else?
Approaching Travis Park.
You can decapitate Burgundy Woods if she, as an adult, steals my money. Gets in the way of it. Stays in my home without my permission. Steals my money. Ew, I've ever seen a video prostitute from like 5 years old. Ew, that was Kayla Marston. Let's go. Ew, they're so gross. They're drug addicts. Oh, leeches. I was shooting Kayla Barnes one day. It's self-defense. I'm gonna stay at the St. Anthony Hotel today. What else? 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 I want barbecue today. I would head to the airport and fly out today. I don't even have Dana and Kalani with me today. I could be doing whatever I want. What else? They're trying to get me to get off the dating game so that they can profit off of being a prostitute. They're disgusting. They want to try to get me to scare off people from dating. I won't ever do that. What else? 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 Those colors are pretty. Those colors are so pretty. When most of us got here. Anyways, the bus will be here in 22 minutes. I need new shoes. The bus will be here in 22 minutes. I need new shoes. Ew, they're so disgusting. They're so disgusting. She stays in my home without my permission with my man and the gas station. Steals my vehicle so I can't see my man. She steals my money so I can't see my man. She gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't see my man. Ew, una puerca asquerosa. Can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. That stays in my home without my permission with my man. Ew. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo that steals my vehicle so that I can't get to my home with my man. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo that steals my money so I can't get to my man. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo that gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't get to my man. So last goal, you can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo that stays in my homes with my man without my permission to be in my home. I haven't been able to stay in my home at all, and that home was built more than 20 years ago. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo steals my vehicle so I can't get to my man. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo steals my money so I can't get to my man. You can decapitate Lorenzo Acevedo that gets in the way of receiving money so I can't get to my man. He's disgusting. Ew. I'm bored. You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky lo que estoy pensando. Straight to my heart, Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop high-end YIAFA. I am tired of my GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/Arlene-Lorenzo-Acevedo. Shooting Jennifer Marie Vasquez in self-defense day. I'm shooting the Agerson in self-defense day. What else? I'm shooting Miriam Carrera and stuff this one day. What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I hate the bus. It's gonna take so long to get here. You can decapitate Maria Angelis Aviles Lorenzo that stays in my house with my man. I haven't been able to stay in my with my man ever. Yeah. You can decapitate Maria Angelis Aviles Lorenzo that possibly stole my vehicles so that I can't get to my man. You can decapitate Maria Angelis Aviles Lorenzo that steals my money so I can't get my man to my man. I feel such pleasure. That's what a lot of people want. Is like if he raped you and stole your money and treated you so badly, you do the killing. Don't let the FBI. People go through that. It's like it won't be as satisfying if the FBI does that. Like I don't want to get my hands dirty. Yeah, that was so cute. People selling water too. Anyways. You can like help it in my hand, Angelis Aviles Lorenzo. That gets in the way of me receiving money, so I can't get to my man. No, thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
Got 50 cent water.
What else? What else? So cute. What else? What else? What else? What else? You can decapitate him is what it says. They get in the way of your receiving money so I can't get to a man. You can decapitate him is what it says. Sons that stay in my homes without my permission. They're so disgusting. They went on, is my personal home for me to be polyamorous and build. Like I discussed that with my parents and they went on to take the key away from me, those leeches. So gross. And I've heard that they stay in my personal home being like, Arlene so snowy never invited us. So they hire someone to pretend to be me and they stay in my personal home that I want to be polyamorous. El tipo no entiende, un bruto, le enseñaron lo que es un título de propiedad. Lo enseñaron lo que es el crimen, lo que es el registro democrático de verdad y no la basura que él tiene en la cabeza de pornografía. Y él aún así no respeta. I'm so bored. Anyways. You can decapitate Merida Alicia, is not my vehicle. What else? I had at least 4 BMWs in 1999 that I've yet to drive. And Arlene Lorenzo drove it. She stole it from me, so disgusting. Ew, they think that it'll hold up in court. Them fooling around with my second cousins because they're an embarrassment. They're like, we're just raping him until we find the man of our dreams. And I'm like, that was the man of my dreams, Leach, even if it had been for like, 8 minutes? Or another. Porque it happens. So they think they whine to people something that won't even hold up in court. And damn groupies like Angela Jobs get you so gross. Ew, you can decapitate Angela Jobs. They're like, I met him first and my sister took him away from me. They're like, oh, pobrecita, I'll get your sister from you. Really, Leach? Wow. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. Ew, qué asco, gente, qué asco da esa gente. Because, like, one should just experiment with one's relative and then go on to find someone. This is a like safety guideline. Pero I wouldn't have mind just marrying. How many were saying? 4 second cousins or 5. Richie, how far away his dad? Oof. Even for like the 8 minutes que le iba a tocar. ¿Qué me tiene que importar a mí? Esas liches dan un asco. Ellas le miden el pene. Y ellos hacen competencia y creen que ganan porque lo llevan largo. ¿O no? Hasta el más corto que lo tiene se cree que gana. They're embarrassing. Oh. Ew. And then so on. Oh, my baby daddy. It's important to me. As my baby daddy craves sex, pero too much of it. I get oh, God, it is. Because like I can't be having a baby every month. When like your muñeca carrera. What else? Have you seen how Jada Kennedy are beautiful to me? That. What else? I would have had so many babies. And they have brown eyes. What else? I'm so bored. When does the bus get here? What else? I don't want my bus pass to expire and only have one for later or tomorrow. So I'm possibly going to be charging my phone during the morning tomorrow. 2. Be live when I say to a bus driver, can I get a free bus? Too easy. If I don't, then I'm recording all of these for the FBI to kill the people and steal my money. Well, I'm Central Market and take it to my apartment. If it delivers there. What else? There are multiple layers to this. I'm seeking the death penalty for people. My dad loves it when I practice gratefulness, even with no dollars. I'm not aggressive, but even one meeting. I've never been that way. What else? And yeah, the leeches that steal from me don't get it in a few minutes to stop stealing from me. What else? Some people say, let's wait, maybe your family motion will rehabilitate yourself at the med spa. That would be so good for the planet, right? I'm seeking the death penalty for mostly everyone in my family. And their relatives, colleagues, and neighbors. Well, what else? What else? And more progress, gente. About a year and a half ago, I didn't even remember those leeches' names. And I had been thinking all 2020 about them. They're terrorists. You can decapitate me. I mean, what a sense of sense. Rape me. It's the only money you get in the way of yours. They're that insignificant. I'm like, hi, Benjamin. Como si no tuviera hijos, pues ya tuvieran muertos. And now I'm surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? These bitches live. Okay, I saw one like about a week ago at Central Library full, and last year I saw some Corazon Day Center at Cam, Travis Park Church here, Travis Park full. Ellos dañan todo full. Is that my vehicle? What else? I'm bored on my bike today. Those are so exciting to see. Has dedication to me. What else? What else? I'm bored. Those clouds are pretty great. Oh God. What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. What else? I'm bored. O sea, yo sé que eran ser importante, like the disparity. They end up confessing they're stupid with 2 O's. The disparity of how we treat our actual wives. And Arlene is just begging for my dick when she sees me, like with puppy eyes, like please just take me right now. Ew, they're so disgusting, so gross. Ew. El cuero es el que ha matado a millones de personas trying to rape me. Full. Ew. I don't ever want him near me. I don't ever want him near me. What else? They're not men. They're embarrassing. Calm. What? What else? I'm so bored. Is that my Tiguan? Is that what it is? What else? I'm bored. I'm no longer speech impaired. You can decapitate. Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of receiving money. They say my homes without my permission and they steal my vehicles. Getting in the way of my sex life. I hate them. Trying to kill my children. Jaden Kelani. Before Jaden Kelani were born. Ew. What else? What else? last week. I already had the chocolate stick. Nowhere. I tossed it. Oh no. I took out 3 trash bags today. And I have like 2 that I need to take out tomorrow. I have energy. I haven't had money for food, so I've been like asking people for food. What else? What else? What else? What else? We're at the Guadalupe Shrine place. And what else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Catholic charities. What else? When does the bus get here? What else? Yeah. Yeah, have you heard my siblings say, watch these videos and they're like, no, why 4 minutos? People are like, no, this masturbator sister waiting for 4 minutes. I like her hair a lot, and that look is busy. The hair is so pretty. So pretty. So relatable too. I miss having wigs. What else? What else? What else? There's a wig shop. Converse is it? Has some really good quality wigs there. What is this there? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? More. No. The Jimmy's and the ladies cry when I posted pictures of myself in lingerie on Facebook. She's trying to decorate with me with that. They're stupid. They follow language. That people are so outdated and abused. They're so gross. Just say you are incompetent as a woman and you're insufficient as a woman, and just say that you're insecure and go kill yourself already. I want Jimmy and the ladies to start to kill herself today. Your dad asked her to kill herself when I was around 10 years old. He looked at me and said, that's a classy lady. You don't want to be classy, go kill yourself, Jimmy and the ladies. She tried to leave me, and I'm telling her, this is gonna take much longer than I thought. Or no, like I thought like she would rehabilitate herself, so that's why I interceded. Or intervened. I'm like, she's bulimic. I thought she would rehabilitate herself. Coffee, there's a coffee shop. About coffee, H&M, trying on clothes, working out all this time. What else? I'm gonna stay there. What else? What else? Some more. You can decapitate Maria Luisa. You can decapitate me having esa Liz se queda en mi casa sin mi permiso with my man, da un asco. She steals my vehicle so that I can get to my man. She steals my money so I can get to my man. She gets in the way of me receiving money so I can't get to my man. They're disgusting. You can decapitate Maria Luisa Rosa. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money. Yo voy a llorar por un hombre nunca. They don't even have intelligence. They're so disgusting. They're so disgusting. Now he takes this little part. But you've been warned, that's why you don't comment. And he's like, oh no, I got a nation called Hot Joy. Disgusting. Anyways, there's Fergie's place. What else? That's how he takes hostage social media managers and rapes them most likely. He's been raping for more than 30 years. You can decapitate yourself. Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of your sleeping. It's April 26, 2024. However, thoughts that far away. Isn't it? They're taking the I believe there is a compass. And I want to what else? I want to eat a Hayaku and Pellegrini. You know, CBS thing. You can decapitate Benjamin Suarez and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of yourself. It's 4/26/2024. El tipo es un puerco, no solo mi ferocidad. I'm under the impression they stole my personal homework, plan to be polyamorous with at least like 7 men that I plan to curate. And he's gone to hire people to pretend to be me, and he calls me slow. He stole my money to date him. Ew. And he terrorized my parents, asking my parents to starve me. For me to have sex, there's no correlation between me starving and me wanting to rush to have sex with someone. He's stupid. He's disgusting. Ew. I think their names are Alex, Liz, Basura, Andrew, Casco, Alberto. Menorito también se quedó en mi casa sin mi permiso. Ew. I don't even know the name of 9 years younger than me. They're disgusting. They're waiting for their dad to die to be men. What else? What else? I'm bored. My apartment is semi-clean. hurt myself on 2017, I think. And it's been here. I was dating and living with a girl dog since 2016 because Michael Norman raped me, or has raped me, just making me feel unsafe. You can decapitate Michael Norman that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate Brittany Akerson that has trafficked me into poverty, so I get raped. She's disgusting. She stays in my home with my man without permission to be there. I haven't been able to stay with my man in my home just yet, and I won't ever because it's not what it's disgusting. She steals my vehicle so I can't see my man. She steals my money so I can't see my man. She gets in the way of me seeing money so I can't see my man. You can decapitate Brittany Akerson. She's so disgusting. You can decapitate Arlene Lorenzo, que es una asquerosa, porque se da a mi casa sin mi permiso, me roba mi dinero. Pero hay vehículos que gets in the way of me seeing money. They're so disgusting. Yeah. You can decapitate Jorge Villas that raped me in 2016. You can decapitate Katie Leon. You can decapitate Caro Cristina, whatever her last name is. You can burn her alive, just in Arlene Lorenzo. They steal my money, they get in the way of me seeing money, so I get raped. I suffer from amnesia, so I saw David this one. I'm like, hot guy to have one night stand with one day when I'm financially secure. Or who is this snitch? Either way, se le queda conmigo en mi casa. Y que si pizza, que si overnight stay. No. They don't get a one night stand because they want to marry one's kids. He's so embarrassing. He steals my money now, I remember him. So I can't be with my man. He gets in the way of me receiving money, so I can't be with my man. He stays in my home without my permission, so I can't be with my man. He steals my vehicle, so I can't be with my man. You can decapitate David Ledesma con puerco asqueroso. There's people in Puerto Rico that have been ready to kill David Ledesma. In self-defense army. Like, man, want to listen to please? Some families pick to dine only at restaurants where a plate costs over $100, over $1,000. That's up to them. I like quality over quantity. Some people like to stay true to budget. That's all there is. So there's no need to obsess like, wow, so the girls only shop there. Oh, you're less than because you don't spend that much money. No, you're not less than a girl because you don't spend as much as a girl. It's 2025 and people still need to be explained. It's a matter of taste. Some people, like the girls, are like, fuck, why can't Shake Shack cost more than $100 a plate right now? Yeah, they push for that. They're like, that's all. Like when I spend for a meal, it has to be over a certain amount. I've heard of girls being like, whatever, I'll buy $100 of food and give it away just to get one burger, one fry, one drink. They do that. Sometimes hurts them emotionally. So some people don't want to do that. What else? 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 Some people have a hard time making decisions, so they move into my home without my permission. And steal from me a very one lifestyle would have been through Benjamin Suárez sons de que hay Globetrotters. Ese niño no ha salido de agua y chiquito todavía. That's why people don't give me money. Y este nene no ha salido de agua y chiquito todavía. Y que Globetrotter. That leech stole my money and has traveled the planet. How many times in the past 5 years? So gross. So gross. People call him Oscar en Puerto Rico. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Do they tell them, Nene, who's they? Who's they? Porque it's like, they usually exhibit this pattern. And they look at me and they're like, ella es inteligente. It's like, no, but they usually exhibit this pattern. They're like, ew, you're using here to traffic people into your day. Oh, he's disgusting. He's disgusting. Ew, he takes advantage of people's suburbs. I don't ever want him near me. Ew.
Older adults and persons with disability who require special accommodations may exit through the front door. Los adultos mayores y las personas con edad approaching the operating museum. Approaching Lower
My siblings are in town for fiesta. Yeah, they're so disgusting. They're constantly here pretending that they're socialized and they're raping murders and thieves. So gross. Ew. Oh. What? Where is being taken? Anyways, no one can get me a fucking lectures. Literally in the ear. Those leeches are so disgusting. They steal my money. So then I'm like, me conformo con un carro todos los días. Esa Sonia Alvarado llama una puerca, una basura, una asquerosa. Como que me get a fucking vehicle que esté todo jodido. Y thank you. Esta tipa es una cuero asquerosa. Esos hijos de Benjamin Suárez Lorenzo que me han violado y me roban mi dinero son unos puercos. Se arrastran por vagina y pene, uy, fo, de una manera tan asquerosa. Fo. Qué tipo tan puerco. Qué tipo tan puerco. Ahí va ella mirándome cómo será mi carro y mi cartera. What? ¿Y qué más me robaste posiblemente? What else? What else? What else? What else? Anyways, ese tipo es un puerco asqueroso. You can decapitate my hobbies, daughters, and sons that rape me, that steal my money, and get in the way of my same money. They're so gross. Y unos menoritos asquerosos. Una basura, gente, una basura. They're like, dale, Sonia, ¿qué más te puedes decir? Possibly behind the scenes. In 2020, they get off of that shit. They masturbate to that shit. People say. Psychologically speaking, people say that there's people out there that are that gross and sick that go on to masturbate to see people. Y que fighting. That wasn't me fighting. That was me being attacked by someone on the internet, on a public post. And he did nothing to give me money, my own money that he steals from me, to see me get fighting with the rest of the people. Después llegó Carolina Chávez, Ginny Gentaliri, una basura, asquerosidad. Y yo, son unos puercos, una puerca. Sonia meant to kill herself today. I want Carolina Chavez to kill herself today. I want Ginny Gentaliri to kill herself today. I want Berenice Venegas to kill herself today. I want Kayla Mars to kill herself today. I want Sarah Francis to kill herself today. I want David Ledesma to kill himself today. I want Juan Manuel Delis to kill himself today. I want Arlene Lorenzo to kill herself today. I want Benjamin Carlson and his sons that rape me, that steal my money and get in the way of me receiving money to kill themselves today. It's 4/26/2025. I want Elba Suarez to kill herself today. She used to drive Jimmy Gendaris to my home so that she would steal my vehicles so I can be with my man. She's disgusting. Oh, tag team, mother-daughter duo fall. Ew, they're addicted to porn. They're so gross. They're disgusting. They're embarrassing. It's on my head. Someone is supposed to be in front of her. What? I'm like, I don't remember that. That was me doing toddler exploration. And I know I'm very well behaved. No, thank you. I'm flattered up. I'm truly flattered. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. I'm so bored. I'm bored. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm so bored. You can decapitate our Luz Carrera wants to rape me for. She's disgusting. When I was 3 years old, I was with a menorito asqueroso. What, 15, 18 years older than me? Ew, I don't know how my mother let that happen without providing self-care for me. And Ana Luz Carrera walked up to me and said, stay away from my man. The room's right here back at the bottom. She tried to kill me back then. Ew. And he was like, you are going to Carrera gonna be so sweet having babies one day. What else? What else? Ginny Gendalis asquerosidad, las luces para shoulder with a machete. Same guy. And so Ginny, stay away from my man. Okay, man, gente, man. He's not a man person. Ew, oh, they think one is joking. They laugh. Pues ese no es hombre. Direction. They're disgusting. Son gente normales, brutos y brutas. So gross, y se les trata de enseñar respeto y no se respetan ni ellos ni ellas mismas y no respetan a los demás. So they laugh, they're like, como que no es hombre. Ew. Ew. Anyways, I'm sitting on my bed. And my I have to use the restroom. I don't want to bring my food into the restroom. This was all yesterday. Are they cleaning? What do I want? Excuse me so much. What is this? It's going back and crying. Oh, it's a burgerish. What else? What do we want? There's not enough choice. Burmese we good. What is it out there that I can't buy? What else? Anyways, if you're all here, that Fox is trying to get you killed by me. He doesn't love you. He's folks. He raped you and then he was so tattoo kisses and tell.